Hi everyone, how are you? My name is Camille Shamokin, and I am coming back with another video about how to book your flights to Punta Cana for the spring break Punta Cana trip. Today I'm going to show you how to book your flights, or how to select your flights, I should say, should say. Sorry about that. I'm going to show you how to select flights. Once we select flights, we're going to screenshot the flights. And then when we do that, we're going to upload them to Air Affordable and book them through Air Affordable. So, what you need to do is when you get to Priceline, is that you need to go to the flight tab. So, one thing I forgot to mention is that this video is for people who are looking to fly out of Indianapolis. So, what you need to do is you need to put in Indy. So, a lot of people, when they book flights, they like to put the city that they're flying out of and the city that they're flying into. I particularly don't like to do that. And the reason being is because some cities have multiple airports, and if you don't know what airport you're flying into, you that can be the difference between flying onto the north side or the south side or the east side, the west side. Flying close to the center of the city, the center of the city, versus like being all the way out in Booneyville somewhere. And so what I like to do, instead of like booking by city, I like to book by airport code. Airport codes are a three-letter code that each airline gets that identifies that airport. Okay. Um, so if I'm flying into Chicago, if I want to specifically fly into Chicago O'Hare, it will be very different than flying from Chicago Midway, right? So when you are putting in your flights, one pro tip is, instead of going by city, like, oh, I'm trying to fly into London, put in the airport code that you're looking to fly into, because that ensures that you're flying into the correct airport. I've had many clients or many friends who've booked flights on their own, and they end up booking them improperly because they put in the city, but they didn't take into the account the airport code. And airport codes are very different for each airport that you fly into. So the airport code for Indianapolis is IND. And then the airport code for Punta Cana is PUJ. And so we are traveling from the 24th through the 27th. If you are booking for multiple people, you will add the number of people you're booking for. And then if you want to fly economy, business first, you can select that. And then we're going to press find your flight. So once it populates, I'm going to show you examples of good flights and bad flights. So let's look at this flight right here. I think this flight is awful in every sense of the word. And we're going to click on it, and I'm going to tell you why I think it's awful. So this is a flight from Indianapolis to Punta Cana. And so you go from Indianapolis to Toronto. You have a 4-hour layover in Toronto. Not only that, um, you have to get out of this airport and you have to go to another airport. So you have to find transportation to get you into the other airport. Like, that's terrible. And then you have to go to Montreal. You have a 17-hour layover in Montreal. 17 hours and 35 minutes. For what? Like, I have no idea why, to go to the Caribbean, I'm going to spend 17 hours in Montreal. Like, I'm not even in the direction I need to be in. Like, I went further north, had to go from one airport to another just to find myself going to another airport for 17 hours. And then on your way back, you go from Punta Cana to Toronto. You have a 16-hour layover in Toronto. and then you get home the next day. Sorry about that. This flight just doesn't make any sense. I understand that it's cheap and it's a really good rate, and for some people, they will just snag it off of the rate. But when you actually go and you look at the details, none of this is working. Like none of this makes any sense to me. It seems like it's going to be more of a hassle than it needs to be. And honestly, I'm willing to spend a little bit more money for comfort, okay? Like I am all for cheap flights, but this is terrible. Like like this whole section right here just threw me off. Like so I have to get out of one airport, then go to another. Like I've never even been to Toronto. So how am I supposed to even get to the other airport? Like, am I gonna Uber there? Like, how is that even gonna work? So I wouldn't even. No, this is not a flight that you want. Throw the whole thing away. Like, Air Canada needs to do better. Say that. So, what I've noticed that a lot of the flights are super long when you first glance at them, and so what I insist that you do is that when it goes to duration, not the duration down. Like, don't accept flights that's over we're gonna do 14 hours. And then we're gonna see what we get from there. Okay. So now these are reasonable flights. Okay. So I'm not really a big fan of this one because you get in super late, but I leave super early. I ain't got time for that. Let me see. Seems like all these Delta flights get you there at 5:30. So let's go with the cheapest Delta. And let's analyze this in comparison. So this one, you leave Indianapolis and you go to JFK Airport. You spend 4 hours and 40 minutes in JFK, and then you get to Punta Cana by 5:34 p.m. On your way back, you have a 2 hour and 53 minute layover in Atlanta, and then you get back to Indianapolis. So this flight isn't as bad as the other one. And so we're gonna go ahead and book this one. Okay. So when it comes to air affordable, what's really important is that you have all of the details for your flight. So you have your departing flight, you have your arriving flight, and then any upgrades that you chose, and then you have the price right here. Okay. So what you need to do is we need to save this. So how we're going to save this is we're going to click on those three dots. We're going to scroll down to print. And instead of printing this, we're going to save it as a PDF. So typically you can come over here and change it. I have a Chromebook, so it's a little bit different because mine always saves as a PDF. Um, But if yours doesn't automatically do this, you can always change the settings. It's fairly easy. When I had a PC, it was very easy to change the settings to save as a PDF. So you're going to go ahead and save. And I'm just going to put in to PUJ. And I'm going to press save. Once I do that, then I'm going to head over to airaffordable.com, and I'm going to see how much the flight would be with them, and then also get it locked in. So, what's cool about Air Affordable is that they do allow you to put your flights on layaway, but one of their stipulations is that they charge a service fee. It's very minimal, it's not like super expensive or anything like that. I find it to be very affordable. So, this is 645.23. Okay, so the departing flight is on the 24th. You get back on the 27th, and the price of this flight is 645.23. And then you get to choose between paying every 2, 3, or 4 weeks. I'm gonna choose every 2 weeks. So when I choose every 2 weeks, it lets me know the fare. It also tells me the service charge. If I have any credit, they will apply it, and then they will tell me the total amount of my flight and my upfront cost. So the upfront cost for your flight is $245.19. Okay. So then that's my upfront cost, but my monthly payments are 100, or my every 2 week payments is 152.98. So that's not bad at all. So I'm gonna say, okay, cool, let's go ahead and book this. So the very first step is they're gonna ask you, where did you find your flights? What's your flight provider? I'm gonna put in Priceline. Once I do that, I'm going to upload my flight, and then I'm going to press next. After that, I'm going to put round trip, and then I'm going to put IND to PUJ. Again, I use those airport codes. I did not just put in Chicago or Indianapolis. I didn't just put in Punta Cana. I used the airport codes. Use airport codes, ladies and gents. Okay, I cannot stress enough how important this is. Press next. Then I'm going to put in my dates. And then I'm going to press next. And then I'm going to input the price and press next. And then you get to choose between every 2, 3, or 4 weeks. I chose every 2 weeks. And then the same information that was provided to me in the other screen is exactly here, okay? So I'm just going to say, yep, let's do this, and press accept. And then here is where you'll put your information. So you'll put your first, middle, last name, gender, date of birth, and seating preferences. If you have additional travelers, you can definitely add those travelers here. And then here's where you'll put your card information. Once you put your card information, you'll press submit, and then Air Affordable will do its thing. It will withdraw your payment. It will send you follow-up emails to let you know what to expect next. However, if you have any questions regarding Air Affordable, I highly recommend that you reach out to them first. You send them a message. They typically get back with you very soon. It's not like something you gotta wait all day for. So, or not all day, but they'll typically get back to you fairly quickly. So, definitely reach out to them. If you have questions about booking flights that's outside of our of this video, I should say, just reach out to me. I'd love to help. Sorry if I'm like slow with my words. I just woke up, started recording these videos, and so my mind is now processing everything. But I hope this video was helpful. I hope I went over everything thoroughly with you. If I did not, please call me out on it, because I want to make sure that I provide you guys with the best possible service for this trip as possible. So I look forward to hearing from you guys, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Later. Bye bye.